emphasis here really is on fun. It's not fun start to finish, like there's nothing about midlife that isn't fun. We know that there are losses and there's a downside to be dealt with, but mostly our emphasis is on fun, so I brought another ball. We have a chapter, way number 8 is play ball, and we talk about the Hoberman sphere. And the reason I brought this ball in particular in here is because it's just so much fun, but it also, for me, metaphorically, it represents something so wonderful. It represents little dreams getting bigger if you just keep tugging on them. It represents the interconnectedness of us all, you know, and that's one of the book is very holistic and it's very much about not doing it alone.
But what are you supposed to do with that ball?
Just what I did.
And then
No, you know what?
No, what are you supposed? Doctor, please help me, Dr. Spencer. What
No,
are
you know
supposed
what?
to do
You
with
know
this
what?
ball?
This actually has a whole bunch of fun. It comes with a little enclosure that tells you can. It has all kinds of games. But I like it for just the fact that it is pure fun, and it metaphorically it represents that interconnectedness and that we're not alone. That's why I brought it.
It's for play.
But it's for play.
And play is good for your health.
We might think that we're going to get old and die, like it's all one word, get old and die. But the more likely scenario is that we're going to get older and live.
But where does the midlife crisis, Dr. Spencer, come into all this? And does everybody have one?
Everybody does not have one, and some people do. The midlife crisis, the classic thing of the guy who gets a Corvette and a 20-year-old. Sometimes that happens, or the woman
And
who
the facelift.
walks away from her family and takes on a new identity or something. I mean, those major things, those things do happen. I think what happens more commonly is a subtler kind of crisis, which is where people take stock. They look around them, they say, okay, I'm maybe about halfway through my life. Do I like where I am? Am I satisfied with where I've been and what I've done? And it's an opportunity.
It's more of an assessment. That wouldn't be
assessment.
necessarily a crisis. That's what you're discussing in your book, is that we all take an assessment on these 4 areas. So you're seeing more of that, people taking an assessment and making changes based on maybe what they didn't like, and maybe they have time to change it.
Right, and it's a good time to make changes because a lot of us have finished with our child raising, we've maybe gotten them through college, we've gotten our career to a certain point, and it's a natural sort of pause point where we can look around and we do have opportunities to change.
And in that mind realm, we may think that we're old, middle-aged and set in our ways. But in fact, the real wonderful news out of the neuroscience, is that our brains remain changeable, even in midlife. And so by moving in new ways, by speaking in new ways, by having new experiences, we grow our brains. We grow new neural pathways in our brain by basically placing the demand on our brain to deal with this new thing.
So people can change.
Yes. They can change.
And they don't have to be set in their ways.
Now, it's
that you're
true
finding.
that those the really habituated, as the neuro scientists say, the habituated neural pathways in there are still going to be the ones that want to take all the traffic. It's like the freeways.
Sure, sure.
So along comes a situation that always has made you angry, and your anger neural pathways are just ready. But you can send it a different way. You can say, breath.
Breathe. You got to breathe. Take that breath.
Here's this again. Ha, ha, ha. And when you do, and when you take a different route, you are sending the word to your brain's paving crews. Better get these other neural pathways up and operational. There's a demand. There's traffic coming this way.
You found ways. Dr. Spencer has been a family practice doctor in Albuquerque, and she's working at the youth center, student center at UNM. But I guess inspiring for women and men, the research that you did and the hope that you found in researching this topic.
That's right. A lot of hope, a lot of inspirational people in midlife that are really already doing a wonderful job of celebrating where they are, finding ways to be healthier than ever before, and also reaching out for a lot of alternatives in terms of how they approach their health and their health care.
Why do you think healthier than ever in terms of their bodies, their physical aspect? I mean, is it finally they're realizing, time's running out, or they were busy with other things when they were younger, maybe their careers put more time into their physical being. Why do you think people at the midpoint of their life are saying, you know what, I need to get in shape because it's now or never?
I think there's some of that. I think when we're young, we take our health for granted. We take our physical strength and physical health for granted. And around midlife, that begins to change. We begin to lose some of the strength and flexibility that we had as youth. And the other thing that happens is people become better at setting priorities. And they put their health higher priority than they used to. They don't take themselves for granted, and they put it up there where it belongs.
You've written a lot of things. We don't have time in our half hour to discuss everything. What point would you like to leave with our viewers concerning the body?
About the body, I would say love your body. So many of us trash talk our body. Our bodies are, the only one you're ever going to have. Treat it like gold. Treat it like it is the most precious possession because, let's face it, you only get one.
And that means what you put in it?
There's
What you put in?
There's the putting it in, and there's the lying it down every now and then to rest. But also this idea that we just talk so mercilessly about our bodies. We say, oh, look at my fat hips. Oh, look at my, my stupid leg. I've got this bad knee. It's like, well, it's not bad. It's injured. It's tender. So we recommend just treating your body like you really, really love it.
What should people do with their bodies then? Dr. Spencer?
Well, exercise is a big one. And eating right, of course, meaning not too many
Twinkies.
Not too many Twinkies. Low sugar, low fat, high fiber diets. Rest as much as you need. Drink a lot of water. I think I really like what Sheila said about loving your body. Being gentle with yourself is so important. There's a recent study that shows that eating disorders in middle-aged women are on the rise. And I find that really sad because eating disorders, a lot of it comes out of this youth beauty worship thing we have going on in our society. And it's because part of it is because we don't accept and love ourselves for who we are.